Forget what you thought you knew about AI art. This isn't just generating images anymore. This is generating worlds. Entire explorable 3D environments from a single prompt. Last week, AI broke the 2D barrier, and it's just one piece of the biggest AI news drop we've seen all year. Welcome back, Codebreakers. That's right, Codebreakers. If you think that was impressive, you haven't seen anything yet. This wasn't just a big week for AI, this was a fundamental shift. AI is no longer stuck generating flat images. It's now creating and understanding entire 3D worlds at an unprecedented level. And that's just the beginning. Today we're diving deep into the technology that allows this to happen, starting with the incredible new world models. We'll show you the magic, explain how it works, and then connect the dots to what it means for the future of generative AI, Agentic AI, and even the unconfirmed Gemini 3 leak. You're about to see the future. Astra, give us a lowdown on how this new era of world models is changing everything, starting with Marble.
Absolutely, Manny. Let's break down Marble first. Imagine you want to create a perfect 3D copy of a real place, say, your living room or a park. Before, this was really difficult and took forever, often needing powerful computers. Marble makes it incredibly easy and fast thanks to a cool trick called 3D Gaussian splatting. Instead of building a complex mesh or using tricky light fields, it basically turns everything in your scene into millions of tiny, colored, transparent blobs or splats. Think of them like tiny, squishy paintballs in 3D space. When you put enough of these together, they form a perfect, realistic 3D scene. Because these splats are so simple, the computer can create and move through these 3D worlds super efficiently, almost instantly generating them from a regular video you shoot with your phone.
Thanks, Astra. That's a great overview of what Marble is. But I want to spend a few minutes on why this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest leaps forward for our entire generative AI community. Astra's covered the what. I'm going to give you the why. So, we're hearing this term world model a lot. What does it actually mean? Put simply, it's an AI that doesn't see just a flat 2D picture. It builds a 3D understanding of the world. It has what creators call spatial intelligence. It understands that the chair is behind the table and that it can move around it. This is a fundamental shift from the 2D generators we've been using. And this isn't just coming from anywhere. The founder of World Labs is Dr. Fei-Fei. If you've been in AI, you know that name. She's often called the godmother of AI for her work on ImageNet, which was the dataset that basically kicked off the entire deep learning revolution we're living in. Her goal with this, as she put it, is to solve AI's next great problem, giving AI a true human-like understanding of 3D space. So why does this matter to us, to the Codebreakers community? Why is this an absolute game changer for Comfy UI? It's about one word: control. Think about it. What is our biggest problem right now? We can generate a character, we can maybe keep it consistent with a good workflow, but putting that character into a scene, you get a great scene, but you can't place the character in it where you want. You can't control the camera angle. You're constantly fighting the AI, rolling the dice. This solves that fundamental problem. Marble lets us generate the set first. We become the director, we can walk around this new 3D space, find the perfect angle, the perfect lighting, and take a snapshot. That snapshot is our new perfectly controlled backplate. From there we can take our snapshot into Comfy UI. We have the exact scene, we can use ControlNet, we can use our character lorers, and we can place our consistent character precisely in the scene, in the pose we want. And because we can just move the camera a little and take another snapshot, we can create the perfect keyframes for full animation. This is the holy grail for scene generation. Okay, so let's look at the features on the site. I'm just going to run through what they're showing us and you can see exactly what I mean. First, the basic generation. As you see here, they're just typing a prompt. A sunlit stone castle courtyard with ivy covered walls bathed in warm golden morning light. And it's not generating an image, it's generating a full 3D world. You can immediately move around in it. Look at that, the control is instant. And next is image to world. You can take a single image, maybe one you've generated in Comfy UI, and it unwraps it into a 3D scene. Again, you can now move around that scene, find new angles that didn't even exist in the original 2D image. You can also use multiple images and videos. This is where it gets more powerful for control. They're taking multiple images, a front view, a back view, a right view, and the AI is stitching them together into a coherent 3D world. This lets you define the world with more precision, not just leaving it up to the AI. The potential for building entire virtual sets, it's just incredible. And then you have the power to edit these worlds, and this is critical. It's not just a one-shot generation. You are in the 3D space, and you can just highlight an area and type "turn the entire back wall into a stage," and it does it. In 3D you can refine your set, you can add props, you can change the visual style. You are directing the scene, not just prompting and praying. And other use cases. How about you wanting to renovate a kitchen and you want to see what would it look like with a different color worktop? Well, now you can. You just take an image and create a 3D rendition of the kitchen, and you can just prompt to change the worktop. Let's try black. And as you can see, the world model will generate that and allow you to move around in it. Chisel mode, sculpting worlds in 3D. Okay, this is the advanced mode, and this is what excites me. They call it chisel. This lets you cause 3D shapes, boxes and planes to block out your scene. You build the structure, then you add a text prompt to define the style. This decouples the structure from the style. This is what we've been trying to do with the control net and depth maps. But here it's native. You build the layout, then you add the skins with the AI. This is total control. And expanding and composing worlds. So it doesn't stop there. The world you create isn't a fixed box. You can just select a region and expand it, and the AI will build it out. Or you can compose multiple worlds together. You can build your kitchen world, your living room world, and then stitch them together into one massive explorable house. Exporting worlds. And finally, the part that matters for us. How do we use it? You can export your world as a Gaussian splat or a triangle mesh. These are formats we can bring into Blender or Unreal Engine or other 3D tools. And for us, you can just export a video. You set up your perfect cinematic camera path, a slow pan, a dolly zoom, and export that. Now you have a perfectly stable, consistent video backplate to work with in Comfy UI. Look at this enhanced video demo. It's even adding dynamic motion like the fire and the water. It's truly incredible. So yeah, this is an absolute game changer. This is a tool that connects our 2D generative workflows in Comfy UI to the 3D control we've been desperate for. This is how we move from just making images to making worlds. Okay, now I want you to pay close attention to this clip because this is where everything we've just talked about comes together. This is the holy grail. What you are looking at is not a green screen. This is a virtual production studio, sometimes called the volume. It's a massive curved LED wall, the same technology used to film shows like The Mandalorian. Now, until today, the incredible 3D worlds on that screen, they had to be painstakingly built by huge teams of VFX artists, taking months and costing millions. But look, the environment behind these actors, this is AI generated by Marble. It's being rendered in real time using Unreal Engine with full ray tracing. This is the profound part. This is the end of the green screen as we know it. Actors are no longer guessing and pretending, they can see what world they're in. The glow on their faces, the reflections in their eyes, it's all real. It's captured in film. And here's the game changer. The director can just change the world. Give me a sunset. Put us in a sci-fi city. Now make it a forest. You are not fixing it post-production anymore. You are shooting the final shot, right there, in the studio. The ability to AI generate an entire world with Marble and then immediately step into it and film. This is a complete revolution. You can now shoot anything from a sci-fi epic to a fantasy saga, all from a single room. This is the future of filmmaking, and it's happening right now. So, as you can see, the implications of Marble and this new spatial intelligence are just massive. It's not just a 3D generator, it's a complete virtual set builder. This tech is brand new, but I'm already deep into testing how to build a full Codebreakers workflow around this. I'll be doing a dedicated video very soon showing you exactly how to take the images, camera moves and videos and export them from Marble and use them as the perfect stable backplates and control net inputs for your Comfy UI animations. It's going to be a deep dive, so make sure you are subscribed for that one. But world models like Marble, as revolutionary as they are only half of the story. We've just seen an AI that can finally understand and reconstruct our 3D physical world. It understands the physics and the relationships between the things in that world. It is the holodeck, and it can build any set. So what's the next logical step? You need an actor. You need an AI that can live inside that set. An AI that can understand goals, navigate the 3D space, and take meaningful actions. And that is exactly what Google's DeepMind announced with SIMA 2. SIMA stands for Scalable Instructable Multiworld Agent. This isn't a world generator. It's a generalist AI agent designed to act inside complex 3D virtual worlds, just like a human player. It's powered by Gemini, and it's not just following simple commands. It can now think about its goals, it can plan, it can even talk to you about what it's doing. It learns by playing, and it can even improve itself over time without human data. This is the second part of the pincer movement. AI is not only building the worlds, it's now learning to live inside of them. Astra, can you break down the technical details of what makes SIMA 2 so different?
To SIMA 2 from Google DeepMind. If Marble is about reconstructing these 3D environments, SIMA 2 is about creating an AI agent that can actually understand and act inside them. Imagine an AI that knows how to find the red key, climb the ladder, or open the door in a game world. SIMA 2 learns these skills by watching and understand how humans play thousands of different 3D games. It builds an internal world model, a kind of mental map of how the 3D space works, how objects behave, and how it can interact. This is a huge step towards AI agents that can truly navigate and help us in complex 3D virtual worlds.
Here's a short 1-minute video from DeepMind explaining their tech.
This isn't a person playing a video game. It's SIMA 2, our most capable AI agent for virtual worlds. Worlds that are complex, responsive, and ever-changing, just like ours. Unlike earlier models, SIMA 2 goes beyond simple actions to navigate and complete difficult, multi-step tasks. It understands multimodal prompts. And if you ask, SIMA 2 will explain what it can see and what it plans to do next. SIMA 2 can learn, reason, and improve by playing on its own, developing new skills and abilities without any human input. And the more SIMA 2 plays, the better it becomes, taking what it learns in one virtual world and applying it to the next, and the next, and the next, even if it's never seen them before. SIMA 2, not just a milestone for training agents in virtual worlds, but a step towards creating AI that can help with any task, anywhere, including, one day, in the real world.
Someone just got early access to Google's Gemini 3. The footage is absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking a model that can build fully functional macOS or Windows clones inside your browser in seconds. This isn't Gemini 2.5 Flash. This is the real Gemini 3, and it's solving PhD level math, creating entire games, and running full operating systems like it's nothing. Google hasn't said a word yet, but if this is real, OpenAI and xAI just got put on notice. And this comes after lots of reports on X about people being able to use this on the AI Studio platform. It just appears as a split-screen choice between two models, and in those cases, the second model that is being compared to the 2.5 model is actually a Gemini 3 development checkpoint. What makes it so special? Let Astra explain.
The big deal here is that this AI seems to have a super smart way of thinking across different kinds of information. Imagine asking it to build a macOS system. It doesn't just draw pictures, it understands what a computer operating system is. It knows about user interfaces, how code works, and how all the parts fit together. It can take your high-level idea, build macOS, and break it down into all the tiny steps needed to make it real. Generate the code, design the visuals, make it interactive. Previous models excelled at generating one modality from another: text to image, text to video. What we observe here is an agent that can seemingly take a high-level natural language prompt and then reason across multiple domains: understanding UI/UX, interpreting user intent for a game, generating functional code, and then synthesizing complex visual and interactive outputs. This implies a deeply integrated, perhaps transformer-based architecture that can maintain coherence and context over extremely long thought processes and across diverse data types. It's like having an AI that's not just creative, but also an amazing problem solver and planner. It can keep track of a huge amount of information at once, linking text ideas to visual designs to actual working code. This isn't generating images or text anymore, it's generating entire functional systems. While we always wonder if these leaks are perfectly one-shot or if there's some setup, even with some guidance, the scale and complexity of what this AI can produce from simple prompts is absolutely revolutionary. It's moving us towards a future where AI can co-create entire digital worlds with us and not just small pieces.
Okay, great, but hold up. While the internet was freaking out over the Gemini leak, Elon and XAI just quietly rolled out Grok 4.1 and it instantly shot to number 1 on the blind arena. So this is a stop press moment. I've just been onto LM Arena and I've just checked the leaderboard and we have a new leader in town. As I'm making this video, Gemini 3 Pro just appeared and it is off the charts. It's taken the top position, which Grok 4.1 held for a very brief moment, and it's also topping GPT-5. So the leaks were all true and everything is now official. Guys, keep an eye out for this. This is a crazy powerful model. Just look at the leaderboard. GPT-5 medium scored 1395 on its ELO score. Gemini 3 Pro has smashed it out of the water by 92 ELO points with an ELO score of 1487. So this must be on an absolute another level. Grok 4.1 asked a question of Google and Google responded with Gemini 3. I feel sorry for Elon right now because they're taking his limelight and it just seems whatever anybody's got up their sleeve, Google's got one better. And these models just keep coming. Guys, I hope this has been an interesting video with that bombshell at the end with Google's Gemini 3. Just got to go and look at the official channels and see what's happening. I'm going to report back to you guys on everything very soon. We'll be back on the comfy sphere soon and we're going to get some real good workflows going. Smash the like button and I shall see you in the next one.